guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we've got another Ertl model, and this one is a 52 Cadillac, the famous pink Cadillac. Now as you can see, our little warrior with the Sharpie pen struck again. You can guess this was part of the same lot. I think I've only got one more left out of that lot now, so this horrible gold pen, whatever he used, it'll be long gone, so that's a good thing. So yeah, just having a quick inspect of this car. There's not much damage to it, to be honest. If there was no gold pen on it, I would have just simply give it a little T-cut and put it on my shelf as it is, because to me, there's nothing wrong with it. But whoever put this bloody gold on, they've ruined it, in my opinion. So we need to put that right. So it's got no suspension, but it rolls all right. It's backwards and forwards here. There's no warped in any of the axles or nothing. It's perfect. So, as all Ertls that I've had, they come pre-screwed and drilled and what have you, so it's easy to take apart. So we'll just get these two screws out and we'll see what we've got. And as ever, I'm probably going to battle with these little tiny screws, because I always have a problem screw. No matter how many I take out, there's always one. So there we go. Get the back one out now. Oops. And let's try again. And there we go. No problems. Shocker. Right, let's pop the base off. Very thin plastic base. Not much really to say about it other than it's a thin plastic base. The axles, nice and sturdy, strong and straight. They'll do. You just need a quick clean up. Front bumper just pops off there. Rear bumper, again, just pops out. Interior, really clean. Nice. You'll still give it a quick wash though. I'm not going to do nothing, I'm going to leave it that colour, but just give it a quick wipe out. It's spotless as it is anyway. And we lift the glass out. Again, it just needs a quick buff really. There's nothing wrong with it really. It's just this horrible gold. It gets everywhere. You can see it. It comes off. It's not even like permanent on it. I don't even know what it is that they've used. But it's like got a greasy, waxy film to it, and it gets everywhere. So I need to get this stuff off quick as. So let's just hit it with this stripper. Hopefully it'll come off quickly. Just give it a quick dunk. Can't be bothered messing about with it. Just dunk it in the jar of stripper, and then we'll drip off the excess, transfer it across, and then we'll just leave it to do its thing. Right, there she is. She's all covered up with all the gunk. Let's get the lid back on this so I don't knock it over and ruin my cutting mat. Here we go. Ah, yeah, look at that. It's coming off really quickly. Let's just work it into the paint a little touch just to kick it off a little bit. Help things along as it is. So I've said this in a few other videos as well. I find this stuff, it's really good stuff, but if you keep it really thin and then cover it, the fumes off it seem to help strip the paint a lot quicker. So we just put it in a sealed unit now and leave it to do its thing, and then while that's doing that, we'll wash all the plastics. So all I've got here in this little bowl is just like hot water with a washing up liquid in it. Just scrub it with a toothbrush. and dry it off and rinse it and what have you, and that's all we do basically. Nothing special about it. Makes a big difference though, it really does. So we just quick flip it over, do both sides. So that's the base done. Let's get the interior in. Just the wheels, give them a quick scrub. So nothing's really that bad on this model, to be honest, but there's no point taking everything apart and then not giving nothing a clean. Might as well just do it, you know. It's not in dire need of it, but why not? And the glass, give that a quick wash. Give it a rinse off in there. All them bubbles off. And then put more on, because that's a sensible thing to do. Right. Get the bumpers quickly washed over. And the rear one. Just rinse these bubbles off. Right, let's get the window dipped. Get that one done out the way. So we just dunk it in the pledge. Again, make sure that you don't get no bubbles on the glass, or plastic as you call it. Simple reason is once you leave it to dry, if any bubbles are on the unit and it pops, then the little mark it leaves will stay on the glass unit and it's visible. So just take the extra time just to drain off any excess fluid. Make sure you've got no bubbles and cover it to dry in a dust-free environment. And you should have no problems whatsoever. So I just place mine inside this little tin, pop the lid on, and then we're done. Pop on the lid, push it down a little bit more so it's actually touching the top. There we go. Right, let's put that to one side, come back to that tomorrow. Move that over there out the way. And let's check on the paint, see how that's doing. So take off the lid. As you can see, it's worked fantastic. It's only been in here about 25 minutes, to be honest. And as you can see, it's cut through that paint really, really quickly. So this should be a quite quick clean up. It's just a case of just like scraping off the dry flakes. Well, dry-ish, should I say. They're not actually dry, but they're not soaking either. That's coming off beautiful. As I say, it's a shame to be doing this because, as I say, I would have just wiped it and put it on my shelf, but whoever destroyed it by putting that gold on, it's just ridiculous. But we've all done it. We're all guilty of it as kids. We can't help putting a Sharpie to cars to make them look better, but in the end, they don't look better at all. They look bloody stupid, but we know better as kids. We have different visions. So now I've got my gloves on, I can really get stuck into this and get everything off. So it's going to be a little bit aggressive with it. It's only a very soft brush anyway. It's not going to scratch it or nothing. We'll just like get all this paint off, get rid of it. I'll let you into a little secret now before things go any further. I was actually repainting this car I was trying to do a, what's the colour? Like a baby pink candy colour. And it went to plan. It was looking nice. It was going great. You know, took me time, done what I had to do the paint job nice, and it turned out okay. And then I wasn't 100% satisfied with the finish, even though it was looking okay, so I thought I'd give it one more coat. So I mixed up more paint, and I only had a little bit left, so I added a little bit of a solution thinners to it, and done what I needed to do to get the amount I needed. Sprayed it on, it looked beautiful, and it had been on the car a couple of minutes, and disaster, which you will see in a little while. So I didn't have any more pink candy or pink whatever. I couldn't be bothered making any more up. I was absolutely gutted. It really did destroy me. So what I done was I had to do a colour change. So I'm not going to say what colour I done it, but the reveal in the end, you'll see. And I think it actually does the car justice. So I'm a big believer in things do happen for a reason. So if it was fate that didn't want to be pink no more, then it's no longer pink. But the time and effort I put in to get that paint job looking nice, it was soul destroying, it really was. But lessons learned. I didn't realise the thinners I was using was oil based against the paint I was using, and it reacted. So it was a harsh lesson to learn, but now I know, so it never happened again, trust me. Never ever happen again. Anyway, that's this bit done. So it needs a quick rinse off, and I'm going to leave it another 5 or 10 minutes in here and then scrape the rest of it off, but then I'm going to wash it and bring it back to the bench. So here we go, it's all ready. As you can see, I forgot to take out the lights at the front, little plastic things. Good job I didn't put it in caustic, they'd have been gone. So it's just a case of popping them out. But I'm just going to take this little tool, now dentist tool, and just scrape down all the little crevices, nooks and crannies, get out any residue, little bits of grime, paint that it's been missed and what have you. Basically just give it a once over, and then we'll clean it up, burnish it, and get it ready for paint. So the casting itself's not too bad. Just give it a quick rub down. This is quadruple zero. Can't think of the name. Wire wool, sorry. It's very fine. It's not aggressive at all. So we just give it a quick once over, and as you can see, it's getting rid of the oxidization, putting a nice little sheen to the model. But we'll do better than that with the sheen. You know what I'm like by now. I like things to be nice and shiny. I'm like a magpie. Just work it down the sides. It's all in little grooves. It's so hard to get into. You always miss a little bit, no matter how much you sit there for hours. There's always a bit that you see afterwards. So just give it a little couple of extra minutes on it, just to make sure that we get it all out. Just work it now on the hood, stroke bonnet, wherever you come from. It's hood or a bonnet, but we'll just get all the oxidation off that. Excuse the noise, sorry. That's just the back now. I'm sorry for that camera angle there, I didn't realise it was off camera then. See all the wire wool falling off on the bench. And there we go. So we get out the next part now, which is brings up a nice little sheen to it actually. It's a little bit harder, this steel wool, but again it doesn't scratch the casting at all. It's not too bad. You just roll it up into a ball and work it, and it puts a nice little sheen on the car. As you can see, it gets rid of all the remnants of the wire wool, all of the crap and the dust and what have you, before I wash it and polish it up. Move all that crap to one side, and there you go. As you can see, it's come up not too bad actually, but as I'm going to put candy on it, I need it better. I want it to look a lot better, so as usual I'll be doing the rest of it off camera because it does take quite a while and the video will be about 3 days long, so I'll bring it back when it's done. So here we are, she's all burnished up now, nice and shiny and polished up, beautiful. There's a few little marks here and there, but we should get away with that, not too bad. On this side, nice shine to her. So she's ready for paint. So I'll get it degreased and what have you, and then we'll take it to the paint booth. So it's going to be a very long process this, because the paint's that clear and that light. It's going to take a while to build up any noticeable change. So apologies for the length of how long it's going to take, but I don't want to rush it, and I didn't want to just blitz it with paint. So you can actually see a little bit on the roof there in the back. It's got like a little glimmer of pink. As I say, it takes quite a while to build the layers up to the shade you want, so it's a long process. So again, apologies for the length of time. And you can probably see why I was so annoyed after doing all this. It was a waste of time anyway, but I thought I'd put it in and show you the process and my mistake. Going over it in steady, smooth, even coats, strokes even, to build up even coats. Make sure there's no patches anywhere. You just see just at the top there, you can just barely see that the colour's starting to come on now. I'll just hit it with some air and just dry it a bit quicker. We go again. Starting to build up nicely now. Just dry it off a little touch, some air. Start laying on another coat. Hopefully you'll start to see a difference soon. So she was stood there for a while drying. I just cut it so you didn't really notice, but it's been stood for a while drying, so we're going to hit it with another coat now. See if we can build this up quicker. After the initial coat, you can go a little bit heavier with the paint. You still got to be very careful, but you can get a little bit more aggressive with it if you want to. I just stick at the snail's pace myself, to be honest. Just take my time with everything. Make sure it's done right. So I've still got a lot to learn with the airbrush. I'm new to the airbrush. So it's all practice for me, to be honest. So hopefully when I get to a better standard, I can do some more real nice paint jobs. But it's a very, very big learning curve, to be honest. So I've just got to plod on and just keep learning. Every job's a lesson learned, so just got to keep at it, keep trying, keep persevering, learn by your mistakes, which, to be honest, I do make quite a lot. So while we're watching this, I'd just like to thank all my subscribers, for regulars coming back and supporting the channel. I really do appreciate you guys. All the comments and support, it's fantastic. And a big welcome to any new subscribers. Welcome to the community. I hope you stick around and leave comments and get involved. Love to hear from you. And if you're not subscribed to the channel, please do hit that subscribe button, leave a comment, press the like button, it all helps. And yeah, we just get involved. I do appreciate it. So thank you very much for everybody's support. It's awesome. So you can see now she is starting to be noticeably coloured. So you can just see it now. The lighting's bad actually. It looks a lot. There's more colour on it, should I say, when it's away from the light. You can see it. I'm just trying to show you that, just giving you different angles while I go underneath. So I usually cut all this out and just like do the tack coating and the reveal. I just thought for a change, I'd show you the actual process of how long it can take. And to be honest, I cut a hell of a lot out of this as well. It's a real long process. Some people take like 20 minutes or whatever. I seem to take hours when I'm doing this. It's ridiculous. Just leave it there to dry again. And we cut back to it in a second. There we go. So we're going to... It's looking very gold in that light, isn't it? It's a bit strange. Anyway, let's carry on. Lights on, you can see the pink. That's a bit bizarre. You see now she's starting to build up nice level of colour. I can't get over how gold that actually looks. That's crazy. Crazy. Let's carry on. The light back on. And she's pink, like she should be. There's a little closer zoom in for you just so you can see it's actually pink. Must be the pigment in the paint. Gives it like a pearl effect, pearlescent effect, I suppose. And the highlights look pink and the shadows make a goldy colour. I didn't actually realise that. Yeah, she's starting to come along real nice pink colour. So I've been stood for a while now, so I think this is the point of no return now. I've just mixed up the new last bit of paint to give it the once over and destroy all my hard work. Even now watching it, it's heart-wrenching. I suppose on the flip side though, if I wanted to do a vehicle with snake skin, I know how to get the effect now. So I learned that out of it, if anything. Just keep working these layers up now. The final coat on it. The final coat of doom. There we go. See, I thought that colour was gorgeous as well. It's a bloody shame. That would look superb with a bit of clear coat over the top. With that pearlescent effect of gold, it looked gorgeous, but wasn't to be, unfortunately. But in all fairness, the finish that I got after it turned out for the best anyway. I think that the end result's a good result anyway. Gotta excuse the silence, I'm just a bit... It's painful to watch for me, to be honest. So, here's the mistake. What happened? As you can see, it started to snake skin everywhere and peel away. Oh my God, look at the state of that job. All that hard work absolutely destroyed the paint everywhere. Heart-wrenching. Look at it. It's destroyed. So anyway, it was done. So, here's what we started with. A pink Cadillac with a gold roof, and this is what we ended up with after all mistakes, which I think it actually turned out quite well. So I hope you agree, and if you enjoyed the video, as I say, please like, comment and subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll let you just watch the end of the vid, and I'll catch you in the next one. Stay safe, guys. Thank you very much. Bye bye for now. Stay safe.